a bum out.
Must I, madam?
You must.
Oh, goody.
Mumsy, this is cruel and heartless.
Yes, isn't it?
But, Mumsy, why are you ousting me so barbarously from my room and board? Why? Haven't I been lovable as a kitten, nice as pie, sweet as sugar? You rang?
Gad, call the master of the hounds. The kennel doors have been left open.
No, Mrs. O, I ain't no dog. I'm delivering your groceries. I'm managing Krebs. I'm like a human person.
Yes, in a way. Krebs, we are in the midst of a highly confidential family argument. Now, if you will excuse us...
Okay, you're excused, but no whispering and no mumbling, because I don't want to miss nothing.
Chatsworth. Chatsworth, last week you made arrangements for a hunting trip, in which you rented the states of Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont.
I got the off-season rate, Mumsy.
You also ran your 40-foot blue speedboat in the harbor in such a manner you rammed and sank a Brazilian destroyer and 2 Australian fishing trawlers.
But it was their fault, Mumsy. They were maneuvering their boats dangerously.
In dry dock.
I've been a naughty Osborne.
What you have been is a nasty Osborne. All Osbornes are nasty, but you've been caught at it. So be gone from these premises until you can mend your disgusting ways and become a responsible, grown-up human being.
Then it's goodbye forever.
With any luck, yes. You will be off these grounds in 5 minutes or I will set the dogs on you. Oh, they would love it. Come on, Tremblay. I want to reread that portion of the will wherein I cut him off without a nickel. I think I'll change that to without a penny.
Mumsy. Oh, mice and rats. What shall I do? What? And where shall I go? Where?
Chatsworth, will you please accept an invitation to live in our home, humble and unpretentious as it is? Everything I have is yours. Take it and make me the happiest grocer in town.
I mean, it looked like Dad and it sounded like Dad. It was scary, but Mom came up with the only possible explanation.
Herbert T. Gillis, you have flipped your wig.
Winnie, on account of Chatsworth, we are going to be rich. I got a plan all figured out.
Is it legal?
Absolutely legal, but let's try it anyway. You know what I mean. After 2 or 3 days, Chatsworth's mother's going to be sorry for what she done, and she's going to want her brat back home. True?
True.
Okay, and when she gets him back there, she is going to say to him, she's going to say, Chatsworth, when you were out in the cold, cruel world, who was it who took you in and treated you like your own son?
Us?
Us. And everybody knows that when you do a favor for them big millionaires, they always give you a reward.
Reward? Reward? She'll give us a reward?
Well, maybe not exactly a reward, but she will throw all her grocery business our way, and you know what that could mean.
A bank full of loot.
Every time she gives a party, she cleans out an entire grocery store.
Yeah, none of that cheap stuff either. Nothing but those deluxe gourmet type items like pickled tripe and stuff like that there.
We'll be rich.
Herbert, I'm worried. It seems so cold-blooded and calculated and sneaky, and when do we start?
Oh, that's my Winnie Pooh that said that.
After all, Mommy has to stay with somebody.
Certainly, and if Chatsworth moves into my home, I'm entitled to be paid for it, and good.
Oh, you are all heart, girl.
Except for the part of me that's cash registered.
Tally-ho, one and all, j'ai arrivé.
Oh, hi, Cass Reza. I mean, Chatsy, my boy.
Chatsworth, dear, is there anything we can do for you?
Something to eat?
Something to drink?
Press your suit?
Darn your socks?
Run your errands? Polish your sneakers?
Please, friends. All this bowing and scraping is uncalled for. While I am in your home, I absolutely insist that you do not go to any special pains to make me comfortable. Is that clear?
Well, if you insist.
Good. That's the way I like it. Democracy in action. Nobody taking advantage of their superior station in life to push others around. Krebs, why are you standing there? Unpack my suitcases. Dobie-do. Several pieces of my luggage are still downstairs. You will fetch them up, won't you?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
And Mr. Gillis, baby, you'll need help. Be off.
Oh,
off.
yes.
Mrs. Gillis, I do have a suit that needs pressing. You will see to it immediately.
Well, now. So Chatsworth Osborne Jr. moved into my room, bag, baggage, and miserable personality. Our strategy was simple but brilliant. The happier he was with us, the more money we'd get from his mother after he went home. Simple, yes. Brilliant, yes. Expensive? Oh, boy. And Dad paid and paid and paid. Because whatever Chatsworth wanted, Chatsworth got.
Of course, Dobie-Doo. Living in close proximity to one's polo pony is not a luxury. It is an absolute necessity. Easy there, Nathan boy, easy. Within a fortnight, we shall be in the Argentine beating those gauchos at their own game.
These you call necessities?
Certainly, they are the bare minimum one must have to sustain life. The comfort and solace of... Lovely tone, hasn't it? Or is it might need a little tuning?
Needs a lot of tuning.
Bless your father, the dear man insisted that I order whatever I needed to make me comfortable. Insisted. What he did was plead.
What he did was beg.
Yes, it was rather pathetic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Behold, the steam cabinet. Another absolute necessity. Guaranteed to keep you fit, trim, vigorous, and looking your best.
You rang?
Maynard.
Well, Maney-Doo, how is it? Hot enough yet?
Yeah, but I think 6 hours is too long. 6 hours? Or is it 6 days? I forget which.
Silly kid. Chatsworth, you're happy here, aren't you? I mean, when you go home, you'll tell your mother nice things about how you were treated, won't you?
Well,
Please tell your mother. Please tell her.
Dad.
Mr. Gillis.
Hey, Chatsy, a delivery truck just bought this, and they're waiting downstairs for 18 bucks. Or is it 81? I forget. They both sound so alike.
It's 18, you ninny. And Mr. Gillis, you will advance the money. I happen to be temporarily out of cash.
Certainly. Here, take 20. Nothing is too good for a guest in my house, especially when the guest is you.
Thanks. Now, will you please take this downstairs and pay the delivery man? And don't bother to bring back the $2 change. You and Krebs may split it with the driver.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, goody, goody gumdrops. My printing press sent to me from home.
Chatsworth, what do you print with this machine?
Well, for example, whenever I have a little social gathering, I print up these little gems.
Oh, invitations?
Icebreakers. When a young lady attracts your fancy, you simply hand her one of these, and she instantly melts.
Oh. Hi there, honeysuckle. Want to be my clinging vine?
Clever, yes?
Clever, no.
Well, that and my bank book get the girl every time.
Clever, yes.
Now, to finalize plans for next month's mad whirl of festivities. Oh, first I must call the caterer to see if he can handle refreshments for 30 parties in a 30-day month with a full dance band vocal trio, champagne and caviar, and chauffeured limousines to transport the guests.
Which you'll charge to my father.
Naturally, he wouldn't have it any other way. Of course, I could cut down the amount of your father's money I'm spending.
Good, good.
But that would make my visit here most unhappy.
Bad, bad.
However, I could learn to adjust.
Good, good.
But I won't.
Bad, bad.
Oh, 'tis a puzzlement. My compassion for Gillis the Elder suggests that I temper my flair for the magnificent and diminish the number of parties per month.
Good, good.
Bah.
Bad, bad.
If I do that, I'll be miserable, and Mumsy's sure to hear of it. Oh, Dobie-Doo, what do you suggest?
Chatsworth, indulge your flair for the magnificent. Make it 50 parties in a 50-day month. Herbert T. Gillis rides tonight. These are some of the bills Chatsworth has run up at Dad's expense. The ones that came in today, that is. They add up to a fortune. And I wonder what Dad'll say when the returns from the outlying precincts come in.
I'll tear them apart with my bare hands.
Oh, Herbert, dear, what's the matter now?
A golf ball bill for $47. That's what's the matter.
But, dear, lots of people spend that much money for golf balls.
For one golf ball.
I try not to be so upset.
Upset? Who's upset, Winnie? I am just as calm, and Winnie, we are in big trouble. If that Chatsworth don't get out of here, we'll be 10 miles past bankruptcy. We'll be broke. We'll be out of business.
But, dear, that's all right. We'll get it back in time with interest. Chatsworth is an investment, remember?
Oh, yeah. Chatsy. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, huh?
Say, that's a good boy.
How do you expect him to say aye? You gotta have one of those sticks and hold his tongue down.
Oh, Mr. Gillis, I've been thinking about my horse, and I've decided it isn't fair to keep him here like this.
Oh, good,
I mean,
good.
he's alone all day with no one to keep him company. I fear for his health and mental well-being.
Oh, so you're gonna move him out to pasture, huh? Good, good.
Move him out to pasture? Perish forbid. He just needs company. I'm bringing the rest of my polo ponies in.
At a time like that, with money going down the drain like bathwater, any normal man would throw in the towel and quit. But not my dad. No, sir. He's not normal. Yeah, I mean, he's not normal when it comes to money.
When it comes to money, I am a grim, determined bulldog.
Well, you can stop growling, Bulldog, because so far you seem to be barking up the wrong tree. You spent $2,500 on Chatsworth already, and it's beginning to look as if you'll never get it back.
$2,613.28 to be exact, but then who is counting? And I intend to get it back with a big bonus for generosity almost immediately, if not sooner.
Ah, good morning, Mrs. Gillis. Mr. Gillis.
What's this? Chatsworth? The Gillis from underhanded approach. Chatsy?
Mr. Gillis, has that tennis racket I ordered arrived yet?
Tennis racket? There must be a gross of them. It took 4 strong men to get this thing off the truck.
Yes, it is a rather odd quirk I have developed. I always discard my racket after each serve. You paid for these, of course?
Of course.
Good.
Bad.
Bad.
Bad. I'm going to miss doing all these little things for you, such as shelling out for your cute little quirks, but it's all over. You're going to be going home soon.
Home? To Mumsy?
Yes, it's going to be very lonesome around here without you, but we'll just... Oh, look, there it goes again.
What? Where? What?
Oh, you missed it, dear boy, you missed it.
What?
Your mother's limousine, the big black one with the 6 wheels. She's been driving up and down all day just trying to get a look at you. Why, I'll bet you could have anything you want in the whole wide world if you were to go home right now. Right, Winnie?
Right. Anything in the world or any place else.
Mr. Gillis, are you positive it was Mumsy's car?
Who else has a 1983 limousine? No, I can just see all the wonderful surprises she has lined up for you to welcome you home. A new little red sports car.
A new big blue speedboat.
And a medium-sized golf course.
And an invitation to lunch at Peter Lawford's.
Yes. So, if you will excuse me, I must run an errand of mercy.
You mean?
Yes. I'm going home at once to spare my beloved Mumsy from any further heartbreak.
Herbert, you're a genius.
No, I'll buy that.
I'll buy the entire Gillis grocery store, including all the people in it. Get my little boy back.
You must get him out of your mind, madam. Here, have some more of these pickled pig's feet. Oh, dear. There I go, reminding you of him again.
These past few days have been sheer torture, Tremblay. Everywhere I look, I see the face of my Chatsworth.
Yes, madam, that would be torture.
Don't be uppity, Tremblay. Chatsworth may be a worthless, whining, sniveling, whimpering nincompoop, but he is my worthless, whining, whimpering nincompoop.
You left out sniveling, madam.
Oh, you are right. I must get him out of my mind. I will concentrate on forgetting him. Tremblay, leave me to suffer alone.
Yes, madam, of course.
I must get him out of my mind. I must not think of Chatsworth. He is not here. He is merely a figment of my imagination. If he appears again, I shall belt him.
Mum. Mumsy, it is I, your beloved Chatsy boy has returned.
Try to bug me, will you? You sniveling figment of my imagination.
Mumsy, I'm for real.
If I ever saw anyone who was not for real, it is you.
Mumsy, look, I'll prove I'm real.
Ah!
Mumsy, if you do not instantly give me $1,000 and a watercress sandwich, I shall hold my breath until I turn purple.
Chatsy. All right, Chatsworth. Break clean. More vulgar display. Come, boy. Sit on my lap. And I'll tell you how much I've missed you.
Oh, Mumsy, I know how much you missed me.
You do?
Of course. I was sure you'd go all to pieces the moment I left.
Do tell.
Oh, you put on a big show, blustering and snorting around, Mumsy dear. But underneath it all, I knew that without me, you are a poor lost soul.
Correction, Chatsworth. I am anything but a poor lost soul. If there is a poor lost soul, it is you.
I, a poor lost soul? Hardly. It is you are the poor lost soul.
I don't want to argue with you, dear. But I am not a poor lost soul. It is you, and let's get that straight.
Mumsy, I don't like to argue with you, but you are the poor lost...
Chatsworth, I am your mother who loves you dearly. But stay off these grounds in 3 minutes, or I'll set the dogs on you. Out.
Me? Out?
You. Out. 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 And I mean way out.
In, and I mean way in. And that's where I'm going to be just as soon as I get out there to Osborne Manor and tell Mrs. Moneybags about all the wonderful, generous things I've been doing for her kid.
Just be careful not to overdo it, dear, when you talk to her.
Me overdo it? Subtle, shy, modest little old not overdo it me?
Oh, we're in trouble.
Oh, come on now, Winnie, calm down. As soon as I get out there and show her the facts and the figures, lay them right on the line and point out to her in a suave and subtle manner, of course, how her son Chatsworth has been living like a king, do you know what she's going to say to me?
Throw the amount.
But Mrs. Osborne, look at these bills. He has cost me the savings of a lifetime, and besides, he is your own dear, sweet son, the lovable apple of your eye.
I never heard of him.
Now, see here, Mrs. Osborne, I happen to be a respected businessman in this community and a veteran of WW2, the big one, you know, with the Good Conduct Medal. And I want to tell you...
Trembly, do as I commanded. Throw this bum out.
With pleasure, madam.
I ain't afraid of you.
On second thought, Trembly, I think I'll handle this myself.
You, I am afraid of.
Hello, Dobie-Doo.
Chatsworth.
Oh, Dobie-Doo, you can't imagine how heartwarming it is to be here in the midst of those of you who love me.
Chatsworth, you're back.
Just think of it. You Gillises have taken me to your hearts and made me welcome. Someday I shall show my appreciation. Why wait? You're right, Gillis. I shall do it now. But what?
Think.
I have it. A vacation. I shall send your deserving, hard-working parents on a gay, insouciant, carefree vacation.
Chatsworth, listen.
Where would they like to go this year? Wait, the Riviera, of course. Everyone wants to return to the Riviera.
Return. They've never been there at all.
Never been to the Riviera, surely you jest. Never sunned themselves on those glorious Mediterranean shores.
To them, a big deal is 2 days on a live bait barge at Lake Winnipesaukee.
Never been to the Riviera? How ghastly. I shall send them before people start to talk. No one need know it's their first trip. Never been to the Riviera.
Chatsworth, enough already with the Riviera.
We shall do it tonight. We shall give them traveling clothes and airline tickets and cash and a clever little bon voyage card, which I shall print myself on my clever little printing press.
And where's all this money coming from? This is one time you can't sign Dad's name.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it, Dobie-Doo. I mean, I'd think of it, but I know I couldn't get away with it. No, Dobie-Doo, this is on me, and I know exactly where I can get the money. From the hottest source of loot in this town.
Lute. Why, of course, Master Chatsworth. Is that not a musical instrument, multi-stringed, of medieval origin and resonant tone?
All right, cut the devil talk, Trembly. I want $3,000, and I want it now before Mumsy finishes her judo lesson and finds me here.
$3,000.
Cash.
Master Chatsworth, in answer to your request, 1, get lost. 2, you should live so long. 3, like her.
4, I shall tell Mumsy that you have been padding the household expense accounts outrageously for the past 15 years and are now the richest butler in the United States of America.
How do you want the loot, Master Chatsworth? In large or small bills?
Well, the minute that Chatsworth comes through that door, I am giving him his walking papers. He has bankrupted me bankrupt. He has practically put me in the county soup kitchen.
Herbert, dear, sending his horse away was bad enough, but must you throw him out, too? There must be some other way.
Listen here, Winnie Pooh. When I am in that county soup kitchen, you are going to be right alongside of me, slurping it up, too.
Let's throw him out.
Hi, folks. Hey, Dope, what do you got in them boxes?
Nothing, Maynard, and goodbye.
I have cherished friends. Sweets to the sweet, fair flowers to the fairest flower for you, Mrs. Gillis, and deepest appreciation.
Why, Chatsworth, how sweet.
Hey, just a minute, Sporty.
Patience, dear Mr. Gillis. You'll get yours.
I'm afraid I've had mine already. I can just listen to...
Herbert, let the boy go.
Oh, Herbert, let the boy go after he buys you off with some stale flowers and broken down candy, which I probably got charged for anyway.
Oh, no, Herbert, he wouldn't do a thing like that. Why, he was so sincere and honestly grateful.
Yeah, well, then where did he get the money? And where did they get the money for all those packages Dobie came sneaking in here with? We didn't give it to him, and I'm sure his mother didn't either.
Maybe they held up Fort Locks and stole the money.
Maynard, that is Fort Knox. No, they wouldn't do
Herbert, where are you going?
to make sure they didn't.
Well, good old Tremblay came through for me. There's nothing like the sound of new money.
Except the sound of old money.
We best get cracking on those sentimental bon voyage cards for your parents. We've much to print before we're through. Roll the press.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can see real plain.
What do you see? What?
A keyhole. The keyhole lame brain. No, I don't see no lame brain. What I see is Dobie and Chatsworth. Hark, they start to speak.
Well, I can't wait to see the look on their faces.
Boy, will they be surprised. Tonight here in the Gillis grocery, tomorrow night a jet flight to the Riviera.
Oh, a jet flight to the Riviera. They stole all that loot. Now they're getting ready to escape the country. Oh, my poor, unfortunate, misguided boy.
Shh, Mr. G, they didn't steal that money.
They didn't. Oh, for joy, for joy.
They don't need to steal. They're printing up their own, homemade.
Chatsworth, do you think $20 bills are all right?
Not just all right, Dobie. They're perfect. I mean, 50s and 100s are always trouble. They're hard to get rid of. But everyone will take these 20s.
My son counterfeiting it in my own house.
Easy, Mr. G.
Maynard,
Maybe it ain't too late.
you think so?
Sure, they still got time to cut us in on the deal.
Here, this is a federal rap.
You gotta call the FOB.
Now listen, Maynard.
DDT.
Maynard.
BBD.
Maynard, listen to me. Now, I'll stay here so that they can't get out and pass any of this phony money. And you get over there and get Mrs. Osborne and get her back here PDQ.
You sure they ain't FBI? No. Right, Chief, I'll fly like the very wind.
Oh, my son, my son.
Oh, my son, my son.
Like quick, Mrs. O, like quick. It's an emergency. It's a matter of life and death, maybe all three.
I knew I should never have let my poor innocent baby mingle with the dregs.
No, ma'am, not dregs, crabs, and like curry. We gotta fly like the very wind.
What unspeakable havoc hath your crooked son wrought on my innocent Chatsworth?
Mrs. Osborne, our innocent Dobie was a fine, upstanding boy until your crooked son came along and ruined him.
Hold it. Right now, we gotta think about our boys.
Right. I'll go in there and drag them out by the scruff of their necks.
No, Mrs. Osborne, this is a job for a man.
True, but we haven't time to find one.
Somebody knock?
I think so. I'll take a look.
Chatsworth! Why bother to print money when we own most of it? Stupid as well as nasty.
No, how could you do this sort of thing to us, son? Your mother and I tried to bring you up, right? Why, we didn't even let you watch The Untouchables on TV unless one of us was in the room.
Dobie, dear, counterfeiting, turning into a criminal, breaking the law, and in your good clothes.
Mom, Dad, you don't understand.
Me neither, but then I never do.
You see, this is all a dreadful mistake.
A dreadful mistake. You piker. Haven't you class enough to counterfeit large enough bills to honor the Osborne name?
Get me out of this! Hold quiet, stop this! Quiet! I'll handle this thing myself. I may be destroying important evidence, but I'll take that chance. The most important thing in the world right now is the safety of our boys. So, I am going to tear up every bit of phony counterfeit money.
Oh, Mr. Gillis. Oh,
Here, boy. Stay.
Dad, you don't know what you're doing.
Your father does know what he's doing, Dobie.
You bet I know what I'm doing. I'm keeping my boy out of jail. That's what I'm doing. Stand there. Stand there.
Mom, do you think Dad's really all right now?
Well, dear, he's better. I had hoped he'd be fine when Chatsworth moved out, but he still mutters a lot.
And he spends an awful lot of time on his, project.
Only took me 2 months to get this far. I can have it all done in 20 years.
Okay, Mrs. G, I finished the hall. How about the bedroom?
Maynard, watch out.
Maynard, don't go near Mr. Gillis with that vacuum.
Oh, with this thing? No, don't worry. I won't go anywhere near it.
Hey.